Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, we're going to react to the top 25 national parks in the USA. Now, when it comes to national parks, we've got a few good ones here, like the Lake District National Park is really beautiful, truly. Same with the Peak District as well, but I think America, just in terms of size and scale and things you can see, I think, yeah, you guys definitely have us beat for sure. You know, I'm coming to the States in a week or so. How long is it? Maybe just under 2 weeks. We're going to see the Sequoias. I cannot wait for that. But I've wondered, what else is there? You know, what else does the US have to offer in terms of national parks? You know, I'm sure you must have some absolutely spectacular ones, like the Grand Canyon, I think. That's a national park. Yosemite as well. So yeah, this video should be really cool. Let's go.
The USA is a really big place. Within the wide open spaces of the contiguous United States, as well as Alaska and the far-flung islands of Hawaii, there's just about every climate and ecosystem you can imagine, from temperate rainforests and pine-clad mountains to deserts and scrublands. Naturally, there are a lot of national parks dedicated to preserving the best that nature has to offer in the USA. Otherworldly sandstone monuments, multicolored hot springs, craggy coastlines, scorching deserts. It's all here. Have a look at the best national parks in America.
All right. Wow, look at that. The way those sort of clouds are moving over those trees. What was causing that? And those are the Sequoias. Can't believe how big they are. Wow, look at
that. Number 25, Big Bend. The aptly named Big Bend National Park in Texas is so called because it's set in a dramatic meander of the Rio Grande. On one side of the river is Texas, USA, and on the other side is Mexico. Almost the same size as Rhode Island, Big Bend is known for its diversity and has loads to discover on its many trails. The Chisos Basin is the most popular area in the park and features mountain views, but the Chihuahuan Desert, home to real-life roadrunners and coyotes, is really the place to escape into nature.
Seems like one of those places that you can really sort of disconnect, you know, from the world. Little Bambi over there. Can't believe it's the size of Rhode Island. That place must be huge. Or is Rhode Island really small? Amazing shots. Massive, isn't it?
Number 24, Saguaro. Saguaro is home to the classic Southwest American cactus. Their iconic shapes of the park's namesake stand tall in this deserted area in Arizona. Divided into east and west portions, the two halves of the park are separated by the city of Tucson. Both portions of the national park offer an abundance of trails amid its desert landscapes. The Rincon Mountain District is the larger eastern portion of the park and serves up adventurous horseback rides and camping opportunities. In the west, the Tucson Mountain District is spectacular and is well worth the effort.
You would not want to get drunk in here, especially at night. Imagine running into some of these cactuses. Is the plural for cactus cactuses or cacti? Probably cacti, right?
Number 23, Shenandoah. A breathtaking national park, Shenandoah is full of an abundance of wildflowers in summer. In autumn, however, the trees burst into brilliant oranges and reds for some prime fall foliage. Situated 75 miles from Washington, D.C., there are lengthy hiking trails to discover in this national park. In fact, part of these trails make up around 100 miles of the Appalachian Trail. Hiking is certainly the order of the day here. The climb up the peak of Old Rag Mountain, for example, is strenuous but worth scrambling for the views. For those less interested in hiking, the Skyline Drive means stunning vistas from the comfort of your car.
Wow, look at the views, man.
Number 22, Mesa Verde. Mesa Verde is the
Verde.
perfect spot for adventures among nature and to understand more about mysterious centuries-old cultures.
Mesa Verde, is that in New Mexico? Because in Better Call Saul, I think the company that Jimmy worked for was called Mesa Verde.
This is the site where ancient Puebloans once lived in their cliff dwellings. Where they went or why they left, nobody knows, but their houses built in precarious places can be seen to this day. Because of the important history, walking off-trail is forbidden, as is entering the ancient dwellings without a ranger. Take the Mesa Top Road circuit that loops around 10 of the excavated pueblos, and you'll be able to discover more about these fascinating old dwellings.
I love that kind of stuff, ancient history, seeing where, people used to live, hundreds of years ago. Yeah, that is so cool to visit. Might be my favorite one so far.
Number 21, Death Valley. Death Valley National Park might sound like somewhere that's quite hot and hellish, but there's actually an abundance of nature to enjoy here. There are huge boulders seemingly lying around on a grand scale, canyons carved by gushing streams that slice through the land, sand dunes that actually sing, and soaring mountains to tackle. True to its title, it is nevertheless a scorching area, one of the hottest spots in the U.S. Dante's View offers a panoramic vista across the southern portion of Death Valley Basin from atop the Black Mountains.
How hot does Death Valley get? 40 Celsius? 45? If it's one of the hottest in the US, 45 C.
Number 20, Crater Lake. The only national park in Oregon, Crater Lake National Park, is named after the eponymous lake, formed by a huge volcanic eruption around 7,700 years ago.
Wow.
It's the deepest lake in the entire United States. The sparkling waters of this magnificent lake itself reflect the surrounding craggy mountain peaks in its mirror-like surface for a gorgeous effect and some inspiring photo opportunities. There are over 90 million trails that crisscross the park, but most of these can only be accessed in summer as snow covers trails for much of the year.
The deepest lake in the USA. I wonder how deep it goes. Like a mile? Any picture you take here could instantly become like a screensaver for your phone.
Number 19, Acadia. New England's one and only national park dating back to 1916, Acadia sits on the coast and boasts some dramatic views of this region's storied shoreline. Acadia National Park is all about rewarding mountain hikes, strolls along the shore, beautiful bike rides, and drives that will induce oohs and ahs. There's a surprisingly varied landscape to discover in this national park, from its dense forests and languid lakes to boulder-strewn beaches dotted with lonely lighthouses. There are also sandy beaches and islands, such as the famous Mount Desert Island, to explore here.
Really beautiful, to be honest. Really beautiful. Do you get cell coverage though in these national parks? Because I think I'd easily get lost and I'd need to get rescued. Because they're so big, you know. Yeah, stunning, stunning.
Number 18, Canyonlands. Canyonlands National Park is a truly otherworldly place.
Is it where the
with
Grand
a
Canyon
landscape
is?
more like something you would expect on Mars than Earth. The largest national park in Utah is all about its canyons. These snake around its ancient landscape, which is also punctuated by 1,000-foot-tall white cliffs above the Colorado and Green Rivers, as well as strange rock formations. The park itself is divided into 4 sections by both these rivers, forming a Y shape in this rocky, alien stretch of land. Island in the Sky sits in the middle and is the busiest part of the park. For good reason. The views are incredible.
So I'm guessing this is not where the Grand Canyon is. But yeah, the terrain definitely looks like Mars, that reddish rock look. Wouldn't surprise me if some movies have been shot here. You know, movies that were like set on Mars.
Number 17, Redwood. Home to the giant trees of the same name, Redwood National Park lies on the northwestern Pacific coast in California. It's home to some of the tallest trees in the world. There's an enigmatic mix here of lush coastal scenery and lush prairie lands. The redwood trees are also some of the most ancient trees on the planet, with branches covered in moss and ferns. There are plenty of trails to enjoy walking through the vast forests, which make for good days out. To really soak up what the park has to offer, it boasts campgrounds and backcountry sites for overnight stays.
So which trees are bigger, the redwoods or the sequoias? I'm guessing the redwoods are older because she didn't mention the age of the sequoias, but I always thought the sequoias were the big old ones.
Number 16, Grand Teton. Grand Teton in the Rocky Mountains is a wild wilderness of 12 peaks sculpted through the ages by glaciers. This includes, of course, the Grand Teton itself, which stands at an impressive 13,775 feet above sea level. The beautiful landscape here is just begging to be hiked. There are captivating canyons filled with fresh forests to explore, crystal alpine lakes to marvel at, and fragrant wildflowers which provide pops of color. This rugged land plays host to all manner of beasts, including elks, moose, and bears.
Wow, bears. So you definitely got to have a can of bear spray on you just in case. What kind of bears do they have there? I'm guessing brown bears? Maybe grizzly bears? Stunning though, that backdrop with the mountains.
Number 15, Mount Rainier. The 5th highest peak in the United States, Mount Rainier itself is an icon of a mountain that can be seen through much of Washington state. Rainier is actually an active volcano that last erupted as recently as 1854. Close to the urban areas of Puget Sound, Mount Rainier National Park and its 26 glaciers is a hiker's paradise, with fabulous hiking trails lacing the foothills and carpets of flowers blooming in spring and summer. Many people attempt to climb to the snowy peak of Rainier, but it's tough going. Only half the adventurers who try go the whole way.
Wow. I mean, because it's in a residential area, like, if it was to erupt, lots of homes would be in danger, wouldn't they? And, like, people as well.
Number 14, Sequoia. This national is named after another species of the Sequoia family, the Sequoiadendron giganteum, colloquially known as the giant redwood. Drive-through trees and huge ancient examples of the redwoods here characterize the park. In fact, it's here that you will find General Sherman, a giant redwood that's claimed to be the largest living tree on Earth.
Wow.
There are also deep 10,000-year-old caves that hide supersized stalactites. For a breathtaking vista of the Sierra Mountains, head to Eagle View.
So the sequoias are like giant redwoods. Okay. I thought the sequoias and the redwoods were different types of tree. Because this is where we're going, and I really cannot wait to get there.
Number 13, Arches. Another of Utah's national parks that is made up of Martian badlands. The sandstone landscape here is out of this world. There are a sublime selection of rock arches, striped pink and red buttes, as well as other strange and intricate rock formations. Landscape Arch is actually one of the largest natural arches in the world, measuring in at 306 feet across. This is an easy-access national park with a selection of short hikes to embark on, but possibly more popular are rock climbing and canyoning. The Fiery Furnace, a famous formation, blazes orange and red as the sun sets each day.
Yeah, so cool. The color of the rock, it's like a red almost. Yeah, quite stunning. But how easy are the hikes? She said they're easy. Are we talking 1 mile easy or 10 mile easy? Watching that video just made me even more excited to get to the Sequoia National Park. I cannot wait. I'm gonna, make a little bit of video, but I really just wanna switch off my phone, take some books, go for hikes, find somewhere beautiful, read a little bit, write a little bit, just properly take in the environment. I'm so excited. Yeah, the USA in terms of national parks, hard to beat, just for the options you've got, the different vistas, the different you've got deserts, in the one in Nevada, in Death Valley. You've got waterfalls, you've got gigantic trees, you've got canyons, you've got glaciers. I mean, what haven't you got in terms of national parks? Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.